Hey guys, it's Warner here. How are you? Today we'll be talking about what your streams of incomes are for a professional ballroom dancer. As you probably know, I've been a ballroom dancer for most of my life. I've been dancing since childhood, through junior, through youth, and then as an adult. Basically, when you start out, you're supported by your parents. Your parents are the money makers. They're supporting you. They're driving you to competitions. They're taking care of you. But then there comes a time when you grow up, when you get older, and then you basically have to start making money by yourself. Obviously, the transition becoming independent from your parents, from their home, it's always a little bit tricky and a little bit like nerve-wracking, but especially when you are a ballroom dancer, when you're not taking a normal job, especially as something like being an artist, it's always a little bit tricky. That's why I made this video, to help you figure out what to do and what types of incomes you can have and how to become actually very successful. First of all, when you dance professionally at different competitions, you can win prize money. It's not that much, but if you end up going to a lot of competitions, maybe even every week, then it adds up. Besides competing and rehearsing and practicing for your competitions, it's also really important that you start teaching. Teaching basically is the main income that a ballroom dancer has, especially in the beginning. So it really strongly suggests to start teaching and coaching couples, ladies, as soon as possible. So you start getting experience in how to teach and then support your career. Teaching became easier throughout the years. Nowadays, we have something called Pro-Am. It means professional/amateur. What is very common, especially here in the United States, is something called Pro-Am competitions. Basically, you as the professional, you're teaching the amateur ladies, or you as a professional female ballroom dancer, you're teaching the amateur male dancer, and then you are competing with them at several competitions throughout the year on the East Coast, on the West Coast, in the Midwest. There are tons and tons of pro-am competitions. There are world championships, there are European championships. There's so much out there. Basically, you become the amateur's partner. You are working together, they're taking lessons with you, you are doing your run-throughs. Basically, you are coaching them to become a really successful dancer. When you do those pro-am competitions, first, yes, you are getting paid when you teach the amateur, your student, but then you're also getting paid when you take them to competitions. So it's a nice little extra income for you that you can have besides just teaching. And for me personally, I think it's also really nice because then you get to travel to different locations. Maybe you live in New York City, you end up going to Florida and you can, get a nice tan. Or you might be ending up going to Las Vegas or California. So doing those pro-am competitions, I personally think is a lot of fun and you make some extra money. As a professional ballroom dancer, you also have to promote yourself. Yes, if you become really good, you can write letters to different companies, maybe to even dance shoe producers or people that make clothes or just random businesses in your town, in your country. When I used to dance with my sister, we had several sponsorships that would help us pay for our makeup, pay for our, clothing, for our shoes. So don't hesitate and ask people if they want to be your sponsor. You can have their logo on your clothes, on your pants, on your shirt. It's good advertisement. As a ballroom dancer, you also have to be very connected. Talk to judges, talk to coaches, talk to people. People should know that you are a ballroom dancer and that you are good at it, yes? And that's how you then start building connections, and then maybe you can, we need a couple that needs, that can do a show for us. Then you get hired to do a show at maybe this event. Or we need a couple that, does a little bit of salsa teaching at this event, yes? So building those connections with people, with coaches, judges, and just people in general is very important. After you had your ballroom dance career, when you feel like, okay, I had enough. I feel like I want to move on a little bit. Another good option is to start your own dance studio. This is a lot of work. I speak from experience, and you have to have a little bit of money saved up in order to start a dance studio. There's a lot of initial investment. You have to put the floors in, the mirrors, the sound system. You have to either purchase a space or have enough money to pay for rent. So it is quite some undertaking, yes. So you have to really be sure if that's what you really want. But on the long run, in my opinion, it does pay off. I really enjoy having my own dance studio with my wife. It's our dream come true. But again, it's a lot of work, but we love it. Besides having a dance studio, you can also become a judge. Yes, you have to take the exam of your dance federation that you are part of, and then you become a judge and then go from competition to competition and judge other dance couples. Yes, I would say the pay for that is not that high, but again, if you are a fun guy, if you have good connections, if you enjoy traveling, I think you will get booked quite heavily, and then you also make a good amount of money. And last but not least, if you're really amazing, if you are very exceptional, maybe you will make it to the top 6 in the world of the professionals. Yes, I would say if you make it, or once you make it to the top 6 in the world, you're basically set. People will always invite you to teach, to coach, to judge, to do a performance, to talk about dancing. Basically, you become a dance legend, and then your life is fairly easy and fairly set. You can travel the world, you can teach all different, couples, judge major competitions. You basically are the top of your field and you're basically set. Nowadays, there's also another option. A lot of TV shows are now hiring ballroom dancers, and you probably know Dancing with the Stars. I'm from Austria, so actually I was part of the show Dancing Stars Austria. I will talk about this in a different video, a little bit more in detail, but basically it's a good way to get exposure. It's a good way to meet your friends, your dance family that you have competed with, and basically have fun, have a good time, and enjoy being on TV, as long as you are not voted off. So guys, I think that's it for tonight. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click the like button down below and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much again. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Have a good one. Bye bye.